What's good, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're dealing with a non-news day. Doesn't mean that we cannot take a trade though. We just need to be a little bit more selective. And so far, based on what I'm seeing on the charts, I think we might have an opportunity. Before we get into it, guys, we're 1 week out from the live trading event. If you'd like to spend a couple of days with me just live trading and seeing exactly how the system is executed in real-time conditions, then make sure you click the first link in the description box below. It's completely free to sign up. Just at least sign up so that you know where the event's going to be held and you'll have a link to join. But outside of that, yeah, let's get into the daily kind of setup for Bitcoin. Now, so far, again, we were looking at a bullish CISD, and so we were actually looking for a long yesterday. Unfortunately, the market didn't really cooperate with us because ultimately, yes, we did fill in, we did come to retest the CISD, and we did come to kind of retest all of the major key levels that we had in mind yesterday. Unfortunately, the pump did not happen yesterday after tapping into those PD arrays. Instead, it's happening today. Now, besides that, it's also worthy to know that we have now confirmed a 1 hourly bullish CISD, but basically, like, even though the daily chart is pointing towards the downside, because of the 1 hourly chart, I think we should be looking for a trade towards the upside. Even though we're running into a non-news day today, I think it's going to be pretty straightforward. We have this bullish PD array right here, bullish order block. And the price is already kind of retraced into this bullish order block, but it's never too late later for price to just come back in again and just do a second retest. Or what is most likely to happen, in my opinion, is that see this 5-minute order block right here. Now, it's not visible on the 1 hourly chart, but see this 5-minute order block right here. In the event that you trade above this, like, you're already good to go for some sort of a long. Keep in mind that as of the time that I'm recording this video, it's like 6:20 a.m. means that we're about half an hour out of the New York kill zone. So once New York kill zone begins, basically 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., that's going to be the trading window for today, because ultimately we do not have news today, which also means that you're literally just going to be trading 7 to 10. As long as there's a valid setup towards the upside, you're going to be taking a trade that way. Now, this is going to be invalidated though in the event that you get a candle close beneath 7,900, or if you want to look for a more undeniable one, 7,500. Basically, I will keep you guys posted on whether or not the long setup is still intact. Like, for example, yesterday I just posted like, yeah, Bitcoin's not really cooperating with us. Ultimately, we had reasons to believe that it was going to go long, but unfortunately not enough conditions were present for us to jump into a trade. And so yesterday ended up being a no trade. Today, while we have the same kind of like, setup over here, in the event that it becomes a no trade, then yeah, it is what it is. But what's the beautiful thing about trading is that this system that you're seeing right now can be applied to literally every other asset class out there. In fact, like before the New York session has even started, I've already made a couple grand from oil, just, calling the trade into VIP. For anyone of you that's out there only trading crypto and you're finding that, some days you get really pissed off because like you have a trade idea in mind, but the trade idea just ends up being a no trade. And then for the rest of the day, you're just like doing absolutely nothing. Or maybe you feel like you spent multiple hours looking at the charts just to end up with a no trade. First of all, if that happens, like, good job, because when, like, as a trader, you only trade when the conditions are met and then you take a trade. As long as enough conditions are not met, then you don't trade. So if you have the discipline to remain as a no trade, fantastic. You're already like better than 80% of the people out there. Now, if you want to get, kind of bridge the gap between that final 20% though, it will be really helpful for you to just get a little bit of exposure to Forex, at least be able to trade a Forex chart or just a TradFi chart in general, because there's just so many other opportunities out there. Even when crypto is completely dead, like, I'm still making money elsewhere. Like, while I may not post about it because like this channel name is The Art of Crypto, genuinely, I want the best for you. And the genuine advice here is like, get access to other asset classes, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're looking at BNB, Solana, Ethereum, or Bitcoin. As long as it's crypto, it means that if Bitcoin dumps, then everything's just going to dump. And so you end up, like, most of the time you do end up looking at the exact same chart. So with Forex, it just gives you, diversification and just a little bit more opportunities than usual. Either way, in terms of Solana, you're looking at a bullish daily bias as well. And like, not pretty straightforward, like, sorry, not a bullish steady bias, but in terms of Solana, you're having a very similar setup. Essentially, you're just going to take advantage of this order block. As long as you target for 2R, I think today is going to be all good. Just keep in mind, like, even though price action looks pretty clear today we're still dealing with a non-news day, which means slightly lower probability conditions, although it doesn't seem like it. So just in case, I would advise you guys to take half risk in the event that you guys are getting into a trade, and to not aim for a target that is way too far. Now, as I've discussed yesterday already, the target for Bitcoin is going to be pretty straightforward, because if you take a look at the 1 hourly chart, there's basically like, volume really only picks up at around $73,000. So once you go above this level right here, you can see that in between this zone, there is a lack of volume, which means that there is probably going to be very little resistance between this part and this won't. So in the event that you get a breakout and you manage to catch that, then, you know, that's where your take profit is going to be. But otherwise, I'm going to see you guys on Twitter later, and make sure you sign up to the live event if you haven't yet. Got a lot of things planned. We're going to have many hours with just Q&A and just a lot of live execution. If you guys would like to see that happen in real time, and it's going to be so valuable, like genuinely excited. But otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Ciao, ciao.